All right. Madhu, you wanted to ask a question, right? Before we start our session? Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Sir, I was just going through my notes day before yesterday and was just Sanchit Karma, Kriyaman Karma and Prarabdha Karma. Sir, I didn't read anything about 108 stomach breathing during all this. How far it is helpful in roasting or removing or taking away our karmas?
You are talking about the 108 stomach breathing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 108 stomach breathing, that is for raising your cellular vibrancy. Okay. 108 stomach breathing is not for roasting karmas. The roasting of karma wij is done by Dhyan Agni, meditative fire. When we meditate with the chin mudra, this is fire element, thumb, and this pointing finger represents air element. When we put air into fire, then fire ignites. And during this, when we meditate, in the meditative fire, the karma beach get roasted. Okay, it is not directly linked to the 108 stomach breathing. That is, purpose is different. Purpose is to raise your cellular vibration wherever you are to go further.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. God bless you. So today is 23rd of July, 2022, and our session number 112A, and topic of our discussion is Fire Kriya and Aura Cleansing. After we perform this Fire Kriya is not normally we practice here, particularly in the group. But I will just explain the significance. We have done it in the Ganga Sagar. So I'm receiving many questions. So I thought that to put it into a session so that what is the significance, how it is done, and what is the things, how it helps us in our spiritual journey. All these are explained at one go. So that is the reason I kept this topic today. So this is basically of more of a how we do it and what are the how exactly it is to be done, and what are the benefits of that. So that is a thing I will explain today. So first is we know that we have done water kriya in the sea water is best, or any water body, flowing river is the next best. If not, then swimming pool. And swimming pool, the only thing is that after that, do that water kriya, that swimming pool water to be replaced. It's recommended because there's a lot of karma get released. And if nothing else is there, then at least our bathtub, we can do water kriya. I'm just telling why I'm mentioning about water kriya, because topic is fire kriya. Because water kriya and fire kriya, they balance each other. Means if we need to do any water kriya, then it has to be done with the fire kriya as well. See, normally we do our normal kriya, whatever we do in the air, same thing we do in this when we do immersed in water. That is called water kriya. In the water kriya, that from lower three chakras, our karma get released into so the sea water is best. Why I'm saying that? Because the salt water has a maximum capacity to absorb this karma. So, but the fire water, the fire kriya, what we do is we do the same kriya, all these five pancha mahaprana, the prana, pan, saman, udan and vayan, 7 rounds each, in front of a fire. So in that case, what happened is that the fire element in our body that gets activated and help us to keep this chakra activated, and all our higher bodies get cleaned. That is the purpose of the fire kriya. Water Kriya is releasing the karma from the lower chakras. Fire Kriya is to activate the higher chakras. There are many chakras above our body. In our body, there are 7 chakras, but there are more.
Okay.
So Fire Kriya activate them and keep them aligned with the higher dimensions. So what we do is, so when we practice Kriya, just perform Kriya in front of a fire, and it is best done in a group. Fire Kriya best done in a group. The ideal fire should be at the height of the human, like our own height. That kind of level of fire is needed. Again, as I said, like a water Kriya, sea water is best, then at least flowing water, river, and then lake, and then, pond or swimming pool and the bathtub. Similarly, here, based on our, opportunity available, so it is not always possible to have a fire like up to the human height. So we did that in Gangasagar. We arranged it, outdoor and like a campfire, and it was very well done. They organized it very well. So that is best, because all body aura gets clean. I'll come to that later on. But if you get full height, that's what it is needed to have the full effect of the fire Kriya. After Kriya, we do aura cleansing. Aura cleansing part, I will come later. But any Kriya in front of fire is considered as a fire Kriya. So again, this thing is, if you don't get a, outdoor up to that much height, the fire, like a campfire sort of thing, wooden fire, that is best. If not, then next best will be Havan. Like, we do, Havan or Jaggo, whatever you call it. So in that, you can do in front of that, any Havan, that also give you the benefit of this fire Kriya. But there are many places, all our modern homes are fitted with fire alarm system, and also any kind of smoke and all activate those fire alarm, and this is well understood. So then the next alternate option is a lot of candles, at least 7 candles and one together, and do it in front of that, so that the candle will not open that fire alarm. So failing everything, at least put 1 lamp and then put it close, and then in front of that you can do it. So that is the way we can do the fire Kriya. So even in earlier, whenever we do in a workshop, we have done water Kriya. We did also fire Kriya in front of a lamp or the candle. So that is just to balance that energy. It is needed. If you do water Kriya and then fire Kriya needed, or vice versa, which one comes first, second doesn't matter, but it needs to be compensated for that purpose. If not, at least when you do say some seawater fire Kriya, go home in front of a lamp, you do on your own Kriya, that should be also, that's fine. That also I recommend many to go home and do it in front of a lamp or something to do the fire Kriya, that is also fine. And also it is, so of course fire Kriya normally done at the night time, because it is a fire, we need to get that thing, so that's what it is done. But otherwise also, if you do the Kriya sitting in an open sunlight, that also equally beneficial as a fire Kriya. So sometimes if nothing is there, we are in the open, say sea beach and all, so you get the sunlight as well as the thing, so it also works. But I'm just telling you different ways we can do it. So now let me come to the things how to do it. So you have to sit in front of that and do fire Kriya. After fire Kriya, so all our the fire get activated, our Shushumna Nadi and everything, all chakras get activated. That is the time you need to meditate for some time to settle that energy. During that energy, suppose you have that, you manage to get some kind of outdoor campfire sort of thing. So it is beneficial if you put your Shushumna Nadi towards the fire. Means you have to sit back. The fire should be at your back, so that, because our chakras are on the at the rear side of the body, as we know. During initiation, I explained the location of the chakras. It is not at the front side. And also, it is difficult sometimes to go close to the fire and facing it. So you feel a lot of heat. So you reverse that wherever you are sitting, chair or stool or whatever, and or even on the ground, that is also okay. So, but you reverse yourself so that your backside get facing that fire, so that all full Sushumna Nadi you get that, get the heat of that fire, so that it is complete. That process of settling that energy of that fire kriya is complete. After we do this meditation, then this is all about fire, activating the fire energy in our body, and this is a lot of healing effect. If you do the fire healing and purification effect. Fire is known to be the sacred, purification. The way of purify anything, we use fire. The gold is purified in fire. Iron is, purified in fire. And in the scriptures and mythological stories, you might have seen that if somebody has to be, proof of the purification is to walk through the fire. You know the story of Sita. So fire is a divine purification agent. So in that fire always we use for a purification. Although we know that fire is used to destroy things, but it is not about destroying. It is a renewal. It is a purification. And this year is a year of renewal for all of us. Our life has already changed or going to change, and it's a new direction will come that is a long-term better. And even though we don't see that the results yet, or we don't see the light in the end of the tunnel yet, but energetically, this is the year of transformation. Yeah, so a lot of transformation, a lot of change will happen. It will resettle itself. Our life will resettle itself in tune with the new energy system, which is, I already explained last session about the divine feminine energy, Mother Earth. So we'll tune into that, and this is a renewal. And fire kriya will help us to be settle into that new energy faster. Change whatever is there in our, our body and all this. This fire kriya will help us to go that, purify that, whatever we don't need, or whatever is the, blockages and negative things which might have contributed for our further progress, which will be all dissolved into that fire. Cleansing, aura cleansing. So after we do, do the fire kriya, then we, as a group, so normally we move around the fire. We move around the fire with, it is anti-clockwise direction, means you are basically releasing what is there in the past. So it is the clock should be so the unwinding basically. So you need to unwind yourself. So that is the symbolism of your whole thing. Rotating as a group anti-clockwise around the fire, keeping little safe distance, but not too far away. Maybe 2 meters away from the fire should be good enough. And also in your own axis, you need to rotate anti-clockwise. That everybody needs to rotate slowly, not too fast, so that you feel, your head started, you feel dizzy. It's not about that. It's just slowly, but it has to be anti-clockwise. You need to rotate yourself on your own axis, and at the same time, as a group also, it will rotate. So that reminds me about one, Sri Krishna, that Julan Purnima, we call it. They used to put some kind of small dolls of Gopiya and going around the Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna, and the Gopiyas are running. There's some machine comes, they rotate. It's something like that. In the middle, in case of Krishna, it will be fire, and around that we will be there. But only thing, it is anti-clockwise, and also rotating in our own axis. So why anti-clockwise rotating is needed? First, I told it is unwinding and also going reverse the time, so that anything we accumulated over the period of lifetimes that is get released, and fire can purify that. Also, while standing position, if you're just rotating, that all 7 chakras get the heat of that fire. Even as we know, we have a 7-body system. So all the higher bodies we call aura. So this is next is energy body, then emotional body, then it is our mental body. Mental body means it is that Vijnanamaya kosha. So that is where that information is stored. 4th body. 5th body is a causal body. So energy body, and then first is physical body, then energy body, then astral body, then that's called Vijnanamaya kosha. That the mental body. Mental is it. You can say it is soul's mind, not physical mind. And then it is the next is a causal body where the karmic things are stored. And beyond that, cleansing is not needed. They are already pure. So what happens is, because of whatever we do, our karmic thing, our patterns, and we call it psychic impressions. There are, if you raise your vibration, you can say your aura as well. The 2nd, 3rd layer aura up to it can be seen in the naked eye. And some masters who can do the Akashic record reading, they can see your 5th body as well. Yeah. So all these bodies, all our this karmic things and all, it appears as a patches, like small black patches into the aura. It's not clean. More you do your sadhana, more you go into the higher level of spiritual awareness, the cleansing happens. That cleansing happens, that these spots get dissolved. And then your aura gets clean. And finally, the karmic level, the causal body, when the karmic body that gets cleaned, that converted into causal body, converted into bliss body. Means the master who has no karma left, that is a clean aura, is called bliss body. These higher bodies get cleaned with this process. This aura cleansing, what I'm saying, they rotate around the fire. And that's why it is up to human height fire is needed, so that the proper cleansing can happen, not only your physical body, even your beyond. So, and it is all around you in your field, energy field, or your energy field gets cleaned. In other words, your energy field gets cleaned. So that is the purpose of the fire kriya, to clean all these things. And the aura cleansing is when you do that process of, rotating around that fire. After we meditate, after activating our chakras, and so we are all aligned, all connected with our higher bodies. That's the first part. Second part is when all are active, then you, around the fire, you rotate anti-clockwise, and that way the auras get cleaned. So all these patches and all get dissolved. It is offered to the fire, and that way it is get cleaned. This higher level of aura cleansing cannot happen in water. Water karma cleansing can happen in water, but the aura cleansing, the higher bodies, any psychic impression, emotional disbalance, or this kind of stuff, or anything who is blocking your spiritual progress. You never know what might have happened in your past lives and all. Many times I get to come across somebody said, I'm trying my level best, but I'm not getting, spiritually I feel I'm not progressing. But this is a verge of the enlightenment. Enlightenment is not happening. These kind of things are basically it's called Guru Dosh. I explained it earlier also, different sessions. So what happens is, if you insulted any spiritual master, if you stopped anybody else to progress spiritually, or if in the past life, if you have done something, maybe suppose you destroyed any place of worship or some master's things, or do anything which is against, which might have been negative impact, you bind karma, and that karma is multifold, it is called Guru Dosh. Because of that, even knowingly, unknowingly, so if you do that, that you bind this called Guru Dosh, and Guru Dosh is gone into the higher bodies. It is not like your normal karma. That doesn't allow you to progress further, and it is there is that block to be removed. And so that block to be removed during this Kriya, fire Kriya, in presence of a master. Okay. The one of the purpose why I have been advised to do this, in Ganga Sagar, that fire Kriya, particularly this aura cleansing, because of if there is any trace of Guru Dosh, of anything earlier, which is blocking you to go further, all will be dissolved into that. So this is the process to do that. So this fire Kriya, to do that, and Babaji guided me to do all these things there. Already you see some photographs posted. I will put few more videos and photos. My pilot, Lal, has taken some more videos. I found it was too many. Maybe I will post it into our Telegram group, so that your mobile data is not much consumed, or storage is not much consumed. So some of the things you will see all of the different types of things done in the fire Kriya in Ganga Sagar, and there are a lot of videos he has taken actually, which is a lot of memories there. He sent it to me, but I will post it in our Telegram group. So anyway, so that you can understand how it is done, what I am talking, and exactly how it is, based on how it is formed. How we form that circle and how it is done. It is we have done after a long time, because due to COVID and other things, last 3 years nothing could have been done in there, particularly in this fire Kriya. And we have done, but in a small scale inside home. But all Tratak meditation we have done. It is also some form of the fire Kriya, you can say. When we did a series of Tratak meditation, it is also a form of fire Kriya. In front of fire, you are doing Kriya and meditation. So, but this is the maximum impact and effect, and that is also we have done in the Shakti Sthal. It is a highest benefit, as I'm saying. That is a time of renewal, and for all of us, for the next journey, which will stay, Babaji also yesterday he was telling that also he sent message through others as well, Vidya and others received that I never forsake my children, like all of us following Babaji. So, and the reason I have already explained earlier, that humanity undergoing a labor pain, to deliver the golden era. So it cannot be shortcut. But at the same time, it is also some more understanding given by Babaji that whatever we have accumulated in the previously, and all the impressions particularly, not physically I'm saying. Physically you have changed cellular level. I have already explained that there is a massive transformation happened within us, the structure of us at cellular level. And in addition to that, making us ready, and we have to shed a lot of things. People who are attached with the old things, they're suffering most. Yeah, you have to let go. Means go with the flow. Don't keep things attached too much. None of the previous ways of life will work anymore. Previous techniques, previous ways, and also let go and go with the flow. And this is also quite some thing. And in my personal life also, a lot of things are changing and things are happening. So Babaji is giving me understanding. He's telling me, I love you most. That's what I'm giving you the toughest tests. Yeah. And it's so, it's His divine grace. He's telling to build the palace. You need to remove everything from that land. Any stone, any pillar, any tree, whatever. And that I'm making it for you. So I'm doing it for you because, I love you most. And also whatever you have done for others. And that is not gone unnoticed. But these things process, I'm doing it because I wanted to operate through you, So when you say something, it is my words. When you touch somebody, it is my touch, a healing touch. And so I'm preparing you for that. So it is not about any punishment or anything. Anyway, his his love is infinite. I cannot express that. Anyway, let me come back to this fire kriya thing. So once this fire kriya is over, and particularly if it is a fire kriya and cleansing is over, and it will be best done during the full moon. So that also we have done it into that. It is just day before, but that is also okay. If you open sky, if you do that, and then it can be followed by your further full moon meditation. That after fire kriya, when you meditate into that in the full moon, it is a symbolism that Buddha will be Buddha within you. Buddha is enlightenment within you, and that pops up. That is a right environment for that. Like the Gautam Buddha also got enlightened during this full moon. We celebrate as Buddha Purnima. So these things, that is the significance of that. So it is for your ultimate, not ultimate, the next phase of that the spiritual journey. And this, so in future, I'll be conducting more of this sort of things. I will to select some places where this can be done, and it is allowed, and all these things. I have to take care of that also. So whenever you get chance, then you just try to attend this kind of, particularly fire kriya, water kriya together. When we do that, we'll select so that we can get both together. And fire kriya, I will to do this. If there is outside fire is not there, at least Havan will do to do this this process done for all of you whenever the next opportunity comes. So this is the significance of that. And as I explained it to you, and this particular year means it will be more and more insignificant, so that all your whatever might have been there for which is not allowing you to progress further, or unknowingly done something, all will get dissolved into this this process. So and that's further it takes out from there. And so that's about the understanding part of it. So if there is any question, you please come forward and ask the question. Then I can explain further in detail while answering them. No question?
Guruji, one thing.
Yes, Rio.
One karma chalan is good enough, or one has to do it multiple number of times?
That depends. Okay. Sometimes somebody has means opportunity will automatically come to you. Okay. It is one is good enough. And some it is maybe you have to do multiple times, because when it opens up, something opens up by layers. Okay. So, but what I'm saying is, don't get burst into that. If I don't get chance, nothing will. It's not about the quantitative matter. But my advice would be, if you get chance, if you can do it, just do it. It will be always beneficial.
Second thing, you are saying that mental body is not your normal mind.
Yes.
What is that? We kindly explain that, Guru.
No, this is actually if you it is in Sanskrit called Vijnanamaya Kosha. When your all your the knowledge of your soul is there.
Okay.
Okay, not your mind.
Mind.
Because at the time of death, your lower two bodies get dissolved: physical body and energy body.
Correct.
So your mind goes with the physical body, but the fourth body, they retain that the memory of. That's what I'm saying. It is a memory of the soul.
Memory of the soul. Okay.
Yeah. So it is, even though it is, some people call it mental body, but I just wanted to explain you, it is not our thinking mind. It is our soul's mind, soul's memory, not our physical memory.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you so much.
It is Vijnanamaya Kosha, means it is which goes into get down our higher knowledges are stored there.
And one more question, though I'm asking it very late, but when you say after the Shikhar Mudra, you say focus on your spine, then what I am doing now is focusing from the lower chakra to the upper chakra.
Correct.
But that is still Vishuddhi, or one has to go beyond also?
No, you can go beyond also, but for that, because that is for the time being, you go up to Shastra only. Okay. Because Shikhar Mudra is for Kundalini awakening.
Kundalini awakening.
Yeah. So Kundalini awakening has to cross 7, and that should be enough.
So we go from 1 to 7 and then leave it. And then we'll go from 1 to 7 because time is there.
That's right. Okay. But when you chant Om, okay, let me repeat. Om chanting, I don't know. I normally teach. I'm just repeating it. Then significance, I will tell you, just connected. When you start Om, there are 3 parts. First is then O, then Some people write it in English AUM. That is correct. There are 3 stages of that. Sometimes you drop one stage or minimize one stage. That is a different thing. Om can be chanted in many different ways. You can say 100 different ways Om can be chanted. Yeah? Everything has a purpose. In our place, as Hariom is talking about activating the higher chakras, when we chant Om, then we start from our root chakra, our attention, focus. So then slowly, gradually, we need to change to O. We start then O, and then we finish with These 3 syllables, they represent, the creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And in the Indian tradition, they call Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. That is symbolism of those 3 things: creation by Brahma, maintenance by Vishnu, and dissolved by Lord Shiva. So this Om, they represent that we are the transition. It all covered under that. The purpose of Om chanting. The purpose in this particular Kriya is nothing to do with the Hinduism. It is to connect ourselves with the primordial, to the source. When the universe, the physical universe was created, it created with that sound of Om. Okay. So to connect ourselves, where we need to go, end of our spiritual journey, we chant that so that we connect ourselves, align ourselves like a rocket is aligning, going to the moon, that has to go to moon. So otherwise it will go to somebody and it will last forever. Similarly, Om chanting, we are connecting ourselves to connect to the source. To connect to the source, we start from our base, which is our root chakra. From root chakra, so we have to start with the sound I'm showing my hand. Okay, then you say that my hand, if we cross, means that chakra I am crossing. Let me keep something. Okay. We will start. When we across throat, it must be completely O. It means that you start with A and stretch maximum O, means we are at the maintenance phase of the universe. The universe is still working. It has started, so we started A. Then we have moving up with this O and put this whatever you can withstand. You stretch O as maximum possible, but change it gradually. Okay. So as I explained, in the 3-syllable, sometimes some people those are step cut. Don't do that. That's wrong way of chanting. Understanding wise 3, but it has to be gradual. It will start like when you are almost out of breath, just small part of the because that is dissolution energy. And don't stretch. Somebody may think that, okay, let me finish quickly. Then whatever the breath is, that's wrong. Because you are spreading dissolution energy. As I am telling, Om chanting can be done in 100 different ways. The proportion you make, that makes the difference of the effect. Okay. If you stretch, that is, masters use it to clean the negativity. But this is some, a side effect also are there of this kind of things. If some mother is expecting a baby, she may have miscarriage if you chant this sound. Anyway, so don't do this. Just because our purpose is to connect ourselves with this to the source, and the channel is our Sushumna Nadi. And then further. So why suddenly Hariom has asked about the hell chakras, why I'm come back to Om chanting. The reason is that during this, when your focus goes out of your body, continue up as much as possible. This is for those higher chakras. Okay, those higher chakras and connected to the source. That's what we continue. Means if you say Om, and then don't stop here, stopping here. Don't do that. Allow your focus to go as much as possible. Up. O has not completed, your scanning of the Sushumna Nadi completed. Doesn't matter. Continue up. And when you finish, just a little bit of and finish. That's it. That's the right way of doing Om chanting. And the remaining part of, as I told you, when we cross our throat chakra, it should be completely converted into O. Like A should not be stretched out of your body because it should be finished within the first 2 chakras. That's why I say O. It's not that O. No, don't stretch A either. O. That way it will take off, and O should continue as much as you can, going the higher chakras, higher bodies, all your higher bodies will get that, and then the connection to that final destination. So that's how it is being done. So the Hariom, that clarified your question?
Hanji Guruji. One more before this, when we do finish with the Pran Kriya, Pran Mudra, when you feel the vibrations within.
Yeah.
Now, is there any specific place where we have to concentrate or to feeling the vibration, or it's in the complete body?
No, you scan your body. You scan your body, feel wherever you feel, that is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Because it is called Pranpath. Pranpath can be felt different places. Some places we need more the pranic energy, so that it goes there and we feel more vibration there. But some places is already saturated, it doesn't need any more prana. That doesn't you feel that. It is case to case basis, depending upon person to person. But you scan your body wherever you feel you can feel there, or you felt one place, go to another and check if there is anywhere else it is there.
Okay. And last thing, again clarifying Guruji regarding suppose a particular part of our body is needs healing, like kidney.
Yeah.
So how to heal that portion once you are scanning the body? Kindly explain once more.
Okay.
How
So
the healing takes place through that part, and how do we do that?
yeah. So when we do Kaya Upasana,
Hanji.
we do Kaya Upasana, second stage of our 6-step meditation.
Hanji.
During Kaya Upasana, first to scan your body and find out where the discomfort is, where the pain is.
Okay.
Suppose, as you were saying, where you said kidney.
I said kidney. Any
Okay.
part.
No, I'm just for example. Suppose you feel there is something issue with the kidney.
Okay.
So during the scanning, you find out there is some discomfort or pain or whatever it is in the kidney. Yeah? So what you do next, about 5 to 7 cycle of meditation. Yeah? Second step in the step meditation. Then when you inhale with the intention that healing energy is entering into your body. Like healing energy entering into my body, and focus on your kidney. Whichever kidney or you think that it need to go, focus there.
Correct.
Wherever your focus is, energy will go there. So my focus is in the kidney, then I'm saying the breathing in the healing energy to heal my body. This is the intention.
Okay.
And going there, and while exhaling, your intention is whatever known, unknown factor, block, negativity, anything which caused that ailment is going out of my system through every exhalation. So repeat this 7 times. Keep focusing onto the kidney and then keep repeating this exercise 7 times. And if it can be repeated also. It can be, repeated at the same place or a different area, maybe 2-3 area you have the pain or something, you can then shift to the next one and do this process. And in any way, if you normal self-healing also, you can do sitting there. If required, go up to 21 breathing. Just this, same thing. Focus there, inhaling, breathing in, exhaling, breathing out with the intention, whatever known, unknown factor caused it is going out from my system. Okay.
Hanji.
So that is a self-healing.
I thought even now, once you start healing ourselves properly, that is why I requested once more.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good question. So this is the process we do self-healing.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Guruji.
Yes. Anif.
Yes. So right now we were discussing something about Guru Dosh blockage.
Yeah.
So during meditation for last 2-3 years, as a seeker, we feel that there is some blockage that due to which we are unable to move on. We get an intuitive feeling, but unable to identify exactly how to cleanse that. What type of blockage is that? As you have specifically told that this is a Guru Dosh which prohibits us from moving forward. So as a seeker, is there any way to at least slightly identify what type of blockage and what corrective measure via meditation can be done to overcome that?
So my advice is you don't bother. Okay. You are assuming that your spiritual progress is not happening because of Guru Dosh, which may not be correct. Okay. See, what happens is that even if your approach, your effort matters. If in this lifetime you are seriously working towards this enlightenment, even if you have a Guru Dosh, the divine will send you a master or something who can remove it. Okay, only thing you have to follow that. In this lifetime, you don't know what might have caused and all these things. Maybe later on you will know when you get all your past life things. You will yourself will come to know what might have happened. See, so then you will understand. But at this stage, I think there is no need. Neither there is, you put the blame on Guru Dosh for any non-happening of any spiritual things. That is also not correct. Okay. So forget about finding it. So what I'm saying is that you do your best, just do and follow that. If there is a major something in the lifetime, people will not meet any enlightened master in the lifetime. It is said that after almost 50 lifetimes of search, we come to contact with an enlightened person we can talk and we can get the understanding. Yeah? So if you have that kind of Guru Dosh, in this life, you could not have come in any way near the spirituality. Okay. So that kind of block is not there. But saying so, I got saying so, when you go higher and higher, your body gets cleaner and cleaner. Yeah. So even little bit of small scratch, that pops up. Right. Just let me share one story to you. We visited Belur Math. There is, and we visited one when Swami Vivekananda used to stay. He also left his body from there itself. Yeah. So what happened is that I'm just sharing my one past life story so that you will understand. Yeah. This is all happening my post-enlightenment thing. So one day, what happened is, I'm just, this is meditating, and then Swamiji appeared, Vivekananda. He said that, all right, now you have just completed this journey, but there is one thing is left that you need to settle, because what is that? Then I remembered in that life, we are there in the Dakshineshwar. So then the Noran has given to Jogin, that my previous life, one book to return to some library. Most likely it is Annie Besant library or something. So book to return, I said, okay, fine, I'm going to that area, something Jorasako area or some place, I will return that book, but I forget. So that book in that life, so I promised that I'll return the book. I never returned it to that library. It was by mistake. But now, as we are going higher in the clean, all promises made need to be closed. It is not blocking, but it is like if anything is mirror finish, then a small hair also you can look, oh, this is a hair there. But if it's a full of kachra on the roadside, then nobody bothers about what is the hair and all this. A lot of kachra is already there. So, but if it is a clean place, a clean floor or a mirror, then even a small hair also will pop up. So same here. So these are not Guru Dosh, but at the same time, as something unfinished thing, you need to close. Because to get it complete clean. So after that, what happened? After that, I found out that the place, but the library doesn't exist, but at least geographic location I found out. It is somewhere near the College Square of the present day. So I was planned that next time when I visit the Kolkata, I will go there. Just you go to the place with the intention that I have just, please settle that. I come here to intention in this life to settle my past life thing. Intention to return the book. Book doesn't exist, library doesn't exist. Okay. But just go to the place and say the intention, I come here to settle that. Amend that and settle that thing, what I promised to return, but I could not return. This was happened when I was in Dubai. The communication when happened. And that is, I think, 2016 or something. Then attended one of the Guruji Prem Nirmal ji's some trip to Rameshwaram. The Rameshwaram, I went there, and my father expired in 2001. After that, people go to, some place, Gaya and something, do some ritual. I could not get time to do that. Rameshwaram is also another place where people do it. The Hindus, they do all this kind of rituals. So when I went there, I got a message that time he said, Brahmanaji said, Guruji, if somebody wants to do your Shad Santi or Purbaj something, you can do that here. When I went into the water, then I got getting a message that you need not to do any ritual. You just offer, 3 rounds of seawater into that. In Gangasagar also we did that. Then all your, Purbaj and all those things will get clear. All your past thing, whatever you had, including your forefathers, you get cleaned out of that. That I have done. I didn't do any ritual. So I did that and just came back from the trip. And then next time when I came to Kolkata, I visited Belur Math, and particularly that Swami Vivekananda, that room we visited there. I sat down in the balcony for meditation. So I was telling Ramiji, now I have come to Kolkata and now I will complete whatever you advised me to do, that to settle that, returning the book. Then during my meditation, Swamiji is telling me, you have already gone to Rameshwaram and finished everything. Do you think it is still balanced? Okay. It's basically telling, with the Rameshwaram thing all gone. It's now no need for anything else to do in this returning book and things. Yeah, it was there, but now it is gone. So that means he knows that I went to Rameshwaram and did all these things. Of course he knows, but that I said, okay, that struck me. Yes, that did happen. So after that I came back. I didn't go there because there is no need for that. So that's what I'm saying, that sometimes it is not Guru Dosh, little bit of traces that remains, that also need to be cleaned. And those kind of traces can be done by the help of the master. It can be done and we can move forward. Okay, Hanif? So don't bother about Guru Dosh. But knowingly, in this life, knowingly you don't harm any of the spiritual. If you don't like somebody, just drop out. Just ignore. But knowingly don't harm anyone and say anything about any of the masters. And that's all. Okay.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
Yeah, Rajdeep, I have got a question. You said that there are higher chakras above or Sahasrara. So, what are the locations of these chakras? I mean, is it directly vertically upwards or just somewhere else?
Yeah, the vertically upwards. There are many. Some of them, they're vertical. They're the channel, vertically up.
Okay.
They are vertically up, and this is there are many. It changes about our own experiences also, and in fact, there is a San Yogi Umashankar ji. He has given 23. 23 means center is heart, up 12, down 12. There are compensatory chakras as well. One of the chakras, there are more maybe, but doesn't matter. How many doesn't matter, but there is a channel, and also compensatory is there, like equivalent down. Like putting heart at the center, the throat and Manipura is a compensatory. Okay, it's like a circle. Then it is that. So he has explained about 12 up there and 12 down there. There is highest level, one is called Nakshatra Shama Chakra. I'm just one of the example I'm giving. Nakshatra Shama Chakra, if you touch that, you feeling that you are the universe. Like you will see that all stars or galaxies are moving around you or within you. Okay, you will feel like you are the universe. The oneness, there are stages of oneness. One of them is you feel like you are the cosmos. You are that. So all the star and planet are all moving inside you. This kind of thing. So if you touch upon that, that kind of experience happens. So, and also every time you meet with any spiritual master and do something, it is also masters help you to open up the further and further chakras. Even if you don't do any ritual or anything, but it helps you to open up one up from your own. That's what you progress further. Simply being in the field of the master, you get higher chakras open. Somebody maybe third or fifth or sixth, somebody maybe seventh, somebody ninth, all get opened up. Wherever they are, next chakra gets opened up. So that is also happens. If we, of course, keep ourselves active and keep our Sushumna Nadi open by our practices, then those progress happens. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Yes, Chaitali.
Guruji, I have a question. You said one karma sthalan is good enough, but every day, knowingly or unknowingly, we do some karma. So, how come one karma sthalan is enough?
No. We have to do. It's called Kriyaman karma. You should be working in awareness so that you don't bind any new karma.
Okay.
Karmakshalan is not a chadudar ki you do bind karma over the year and then one day you go and shed everything. It's not that. Yeah. In fact, if somebody is intentionally doing that, that person will bind Guru dosh.
Okay.
Yeah. Jo theek hai, let me do everything and then Guruji is there, he will wo to kari lenge. This is not. Don't manage that spiritual thing. But saying so, you are honestly asking a question that you might have done something unknowingly. So first is awareness. Second thing, if you do meditate regularly, the karma beach get roasted. Whatever karma, dhyan agni, will get roasted. So if you practice meditation regularly, then your mind keeps under control. You will not go into the temptation of doing something which not be these things. You will get control over your emotion. All these things will automatically happen. So meditation is the key. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Nimu, you wanted to ask something? Can you unmute yourself? Unmute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so just continuing on Joydeep's Nego's comment. So it's that kind of feel like an analogy as a magnetic field of lines, right? On this lining of the chakras and like the two poles, and that has to connect, and some of is there something similar kind of analogy there, or?
No, it's not like a magnetic opposite. It is more like a balancing energy. It is like if a tree has a stem and the branches, and there should be root to support that as well.
Okay.
So it is like that.
Okay,
means it is a supporting so that you can, more you go higher, in the lower also your root has to go deeper so that it can withstand that. So it is something like that. It is not like a polar opposites.
Okay.
More like a supporting.
And nothing like connecting the top and bottom through the side.
Through the side?
I mean, the magnetic field lines, right? Not it will go out and come back to the south, right?
No. There is no such magnetic field sort of thing.
Yeah. So that concept is not good.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this is like a energy channel within us. So higher we go, stronger the base should be. That is like a normal structure. Any structure is supported by the base. No? Like if we make a 50-story building, their plinth has to go deeper to withstand that kind of, the structure. So when we do that, when we expand, we started the center of the whole energy system is our own heart chakra. If you see the body also, there are higher 3 chakras, lower 3 chakras. Okay. Right. So here also, they are all similar one is there to support that. More you go up, you have to support that with that also. When everything opens up, when everything opens up and active, then energy started free flowing. I'm just giving you for information. Okay. Then it goes up and down all the way. That energy is felt like a complete column of going up and down.
So it's a both direction of
energy
movement.
That's a free flow of energy. So they all get connected, all these things, everything is active and all these things. Then the master has a choice where to settle it, where he can finally put it. And when the chakra, when he finally puts it in, that will be his operating level.
Okay.
Most of the masters who are still working in the earth and the plane and in this world with the humanity and all, mostly they put it into their heart chakra, and they operate from heart, pure love and compassion. They operate from there. There are other masters who are mostly wisdom based, knowledge based, and all. They put it into the third eye.
Okay.
And those who stabilize in the higher than that, normally they don't interact with the world. Okay, they are into their own sadhana and own things, and they are no longer they're interacting with anyone. So whoever is into this world, the master, either they stabilize in the heart mostly for seva and the healing and all these kind of things, or the wisdom, all this on third eye. Normally they do that. So this is how it works. So it has to be stabilized after free flow and everything. It has to be, then that forms your operating level.
That's very good to know that. Yeah, I was not aware that final stabilization concept.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So because in operating, you need to stabilize. You cannot, the energy is not stable, you cannot operate. No?
Right.
So that is the type of thing. Suppose a storm came. So at the end of the storm, it has to stabilize somewhere. So after effect will be felt. A flood comes and the flood will go also. It has to stabilize. Then the further growth can happen. It is something like that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyone else having any question further? No question? All right. So then sit straight. Get ready for our Kriya and meditation. Now take a deep breath in for 3 Om chanting.